Hello, how are you? Hope you guys are doing well. This is Laurel, or Rel with the Dabbling Hook. How are you guys? I asked that in the beginning, didn't I? I always do. It is Monday the 12th at 8:35 p.m. and I wasn't going to make a video, but I decided why not, because there's just no time. So welcome to my hot mess life. My stressed out hot mess life. So I'm looking around because it's, sorry, wow, the minion's still coughing. I'm looking around because it's a hot mess, just life in general, and a hot mess, the mess that's in this room. But I'm going to clean up. I really am. So much so that I had stuff hanging right up there that I just took down and actually threw away. I'm a good throw away things everywhere else except for when it comes to this room and yarn and fabric and related to that kind of stuff. So I'm kicking myself in the boot to do that. So welcome back to anyone who's stopping by. I know it's been a while and it's always a minute, but in all fairness, when I started making videos, I said that it could be weekly, could be bi-weekly, could be monthly, and it could be whenever. So this counts as whenever. I think it's only been, what, a couple of weeks? Maybe? But, so yeah, welcome back to anyone who's returning, and anyone new, which I doubt, right? But if you are, thanks for stopping by. Yeah. I hope you find something interesting, and I am a sometime pattern designer. Yeah, hasn't been a whole lot of that. I am a yarn hoarder. I am a beginning fabric hoarder, but I'm trying to cut that out really bad. And I have stuff that I'm trying to use up. So what are we going to talk about? I wrote notes down, but they're in no particular order, so it's just going to be whatever. I've decided I don't think I'm going to be one of those, you know, in the beginning you talk about, you know, acquisitions or whips, or it's just going to be whatever. Some days I might, most times I probably won't. So I'm having some lemonade Zinfandel. I made lemonade with the True Lemon packets. So when I first saw Seta show that, I found it at the store. I had always seen it and totally passed it by, but then, you know, she started talking about it because it's one of her favorite things, and I went and I bought and I found a little pack and I went through it like that, and then I couldn't find it in the stores again, so I ended up ordering from Amazon a box, and there were 500 packets in there. So needless to say, I am lemonade up, or True Lemon up, for quite a while. But last year I started just using the packets and just making lemonade from it. So, and mine is like a brown, it looks like iced tea. Call it probably lemon iced tea, lemonade iced tea, because I use coconut sugar in there, and it's brown, so it makes it brown. Anyway, I have my favorite white Zinfandel with some lemonade in there. And the lemonade, like I said, it's the True Lemon packets, as many as you like to taste. Coconut sugar and a drop of almond extract. It's lovely. Lovely. So, what are we talking about? In no particular order, because it's first. So, I had mentioned I had gone to Hobby Lobby. I had stayed away from the Hobby Lobby clearance for a good 2 years, and I caved in, and now I'm back. I'll talk about that in a minute, but no more clearance because stuff. But I had gotten these Color Idol from there, and I decided to use it to make a shawl called a Mindfulness Shawl. I mentioned it in my last 2 episodes, but I didn't get enough of the right colors because it was a spur of the moment kind of thing. So a lovely subscriber by the name of Cheryl, hi Cheryl, of Heart of Crochet by Cheryl. Now Cheryl does not have a, well, she has a channel. Everyone who has a who's on YouTube has a channel. It's whether or not you make videos. She doesn't have any videos, but she said maybe one day, so we'll be on the lookout. But she was gracious enough to send me, so I got this, what is it, electric watermelon? Neon watermelon. It is really a nice bright color. And I didn't think I would have enough for what I wanted to do. I also have, what is this one? This one is Power Surge. They're very close, you know, in the night light. You can't, I don't know if you can really tell. This is more warm, this is more cool. But I was gonna make it work, but she sent me another neon watermelon, so thank you so very much. Now, when am I gonna start that? I have no idea. I want to at least start it by the end of the summer. But Cheryl also sent me one, if you see shadows, that's Father Minion and probably the smelly pooch. She sent me a Ferris wheel, which it's super soft and it works great on the circular machine, by the way, which I haven't used in quite a while, because I was taking it to Boston when I went to Boston, but it was just becoming too much of a hassle, too much stuff I was taking with me. So this is, I never even checked the color. Oh, cherries on top, cherry on top, and it is that. So maybe that'll get me to crank something and maybe use a few skeins over here that I haven't touched in a while. So I'll put it back in later. So there's that. So thank you again, Cheryl, and hopefully sometime soon I will start that, because it's a make that I really want to do. I said that I actually printed out the pattern. Usually when I print out a pattern, that means I want to start it or I'm about to start it, and I had it in a bag and totally forgot, and so I want to make that. But anyway, if I remember, I'll put the link again to that pattern. It is on Ravelry, and is it somewhere else? Yes, it's on one of the yarn sites too. But my previous two videos, I think they're both, it's listed there. Okay, so there's that. And since I'm talking about yarn, so I've been pretty good the last year and a half not buying, and then towards the beginning of the year I kind of fell off the wagon like really bad, and life has been a little stressful. And I'm not a stress eater. I'm a, God, this tastes good, I want more kind of eater. When I'm stressed, I don't eat. But I'm finding that I'm doing a little bit of shopping while I'm stressed, which is not a good thing at all. At all. So, but I did buy finally, and I must have had like a moment of aha, I caught the sale. This is by oh Jesus, why am I forgetting her name? I'm forgetting her first name. I'll probably write it on the screen. But her name on Instagram is Bruja De Lana. Basically, witch's yarn. So I got a color. Her whole vibe and her whole mood is very witchy, earthy, spiritual kind of thing. So she has a snake that every time I see it, I scroll like super fast by. Can't do it. But her colors are gorgeous, and the colors that I wanted, one of them she hasn't listed yet again, because she does very small batch dyeing. But because I finally got in and I was able to purchase something, I actually bought finger and weight. I don't know what was the matter with me at all. But now that I'm looking at it, I might end up, oh, this is way thinner. This is way thinner. The cough. Ah, this is a number 1, and this is a number 1, but this is more like, oh God, it's like thread. Yeah. Let's see if I can show you. Da, 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 da. They are both number 1s. Ugh, nope, nope, nope. Come on, cooperate. Can you tell? It's like way thinner. But this is called Conjure. That's the colorway. And it is pinks and greens and like teals, but kind of muted, like on a gray base almost. It's looking blue on screen, but it's not. It's definitely a gray, moody kind of base. It's looking very cool on camera. A lot brighter. Look at that right there. So I finally got my hands on one of hers, and it came in like a black, I tell you, her mood is very conjury. So there's that. I'm probably gonna have to like stop in about 5 minutes before this cuts off on me. So that was an acquisition. I also have a big box down here of acquisitions, and I have 2 more coming. So you guys know that Knit Picks We Crochet, they're having summer sale, and every week they have a different weight of yarn on sale. So I didn't need any. I was trying to get rid of my Brava Bulky I've had for a while to make the squares that I showed last time. My granny square that I made out of my flower. So this is like a big one I made, and then the ones I'm making now are really like this small, and then I'm bordering it. So this is what it looks like joined up already. So I'm trying to use up my Brava Bulky, but I went and bought some more, so maybe I'll open it by the time before we're done, but I just picked it up today. So that was I'm pretty sure that was the worsted that I got. And then when I saw the box, I'm like, ooh, I didn't think I got that much, but apparently I did. So yesterday I was a little stressed, and I made a purchase. They have this week, they have DK until Sunday, and I purchased some DK. I shouldn't have, but I did. I don't have time to crochet or knit. Well, I don't have the time I used to. Plus the stuff is flying around. It's probably dog hair. Whole other topic. Part of my stress. Craft fairs. So I've gotten, what, 2 more? So I think 3 or 4 of them have sent out emails, and right now I can't commit to doing a craft fair until things with my parents are kind of settled. We're trying to settle some stuff, so yeah. So I'm on a stress buying, which is not good. So anyway, so maybe I'll get to open that before we're done, as I was saying. So let's move on. I did no particular order. Sutter's Calendar Cowl for June. Almost didn't make it. I think I was 2 days before the end of the month, or a day before the end of the month when I posted. But I'll put up a picture of what the inspiration's supposed to be. And so last year she did hats, and it was easy for me to, you know, pick a hat and crank out a hat. This year she's doing cowls, and I have a few cowl patterns of my own on Ravelry and Etsy. I've done a couple of them, but I'm just trying to wing it and come up with whatever. So I was on YouTube, as I always am, just like Instagram, and I saw this stitch. It's in, is it in German? Russian. I think it's in Russian, yeah. But you can follow along and just look at what she's doing, and I love it. It's basically like a drop stitch, the crochet drop stitch. Oh, that's what it reminds me of. I should have just copied and tried to translate to see what it said, but so basically I used that along with double crochet cross stitches to create a cowl. And of course I wanted something with a little airiness because it's June. Not that I was going to wear a cowl anyway, but I was trying to keep it in theme with the month. And I use some latte cakes because I have quite a few cakes that I haven't used up yet. So I think I started that like 2 days, like I said, 2 days before the end of the month, or 3 days before the end of the month. And I took it with me to Boston. So I just picked up stuff, and then I started, and I'm looking at the picture, and the sky's blue, then it has the mountains that's kind of like dark brown, white mountain caps, and then you get the green, and then the flowers pink and more green. And all along I'm thinking, okay, blue starts up there, whatever. So I started with blue, but the cowl is bottom up, and I didn't click with me till I was like near the end. I'm like, son of a gun. So this is how I worked it, but it's supposed to be this way, you know. The sky, the dark mountains and snow, then more green. I didn't have a good green that I wanted to keep in with this, so this was a gray shock, I think it's called, the latte cake, and it had like a yellowy, slightly tinged green color, so I used that. And then the flowers, there was more green in between and more flowers. This looks black, but it's a dark purpley pink color. So this is the orientation of the picture, but this is how. And of course I didn't time myself, I didn't check the time, so it cut off on me, so that'll happen again. But anyway, so this is how it worked out. And let's see if I can give a close-up of these. Are drop stitches. Now she worked them flat and I worked it in the round. My join is a little but it's in the back, no one will ever see it. It's hardly noticeable at all, but I was trying to keep things straight, so I have a slight veering off, but you can hardly tell. And you know, it's in the back, no one will ever tell. But I loved it. As soon as I saw it, I bookmarked it, and I just love it. So I worked it in the round, even though it's worked flat, and there's some here that you can't really see because of it's dark. But, and then the latte section is all cross double crochets. I don't know if you can tell, but yeah, cross double crochets and plain double crochets as well. So yeah, I like it, and I think it's definitely going to be mine. Unless I do a craft fair and, you know, I just include it in there before I get to wear it. But that was set as calendar cowl for June, and we're already close to halfway through July, and I haven't picked anything. I want to use that that drop stitch again to wing something, but yeah, time, because I'd mentioned also that work is like picking up, and yeah, one of the reasons I haven't been able to make a video, because there's just no time. Alright, so that's that. The other thing I tried, I've always wanted to learn brioche, especially two-color brioche, because I love the color play. The, you know, depends on the yarn you use, it can look so stunning. And Gary, hey Gary, Mr. Urban Yarn, has been like so gung-ho with it, and it's just spurring me on to do it. So I watched a few videos and I started doing single color brioche. Am I doing it flat? I think I'm doing it flat. Is it in the round? I can't remember what I'm doing. I don't even know where I have it right now. It's in some project bag somewhere. That's so sad. But yeah, I'll have to find it. But yeah, so I'm doing brioche. I actually put a little, I did put on a little clip on YouTube of me trying it out. And it's not as bad as you think. As with most things, it looks so complicated, but you just have to do it. And I gotta tell myself that all the time. Just try it, you know? So worst can happen, you don't get it and you put it aside and maybe try it some other time. But it was not as bad. So I want to get a little more with what I'm working on, and then I want to try the two color, because that's where it grabbed me first, and I wanted to get the basics done at least. But I was watching Andrea Mowry, you know, the Find You Fade woman. She has a she does videos. I don't know if you want to call it a podcast, but she basically uses it to answer questions that people have asked her over the week or whatever, every couple of weeks. And somebody asked a question about brioche, and she said she teaches right off two-color brioche. I think it was her. I don't know, I watch so many videos. They're just on play in queue. But she said that if it was her, that she teaches two-color right off, because it's, you know, you're in for a penny, in for a pound. You just, well, she didn't say that, I'm saying that, but you're basically jumping in feet first and just going right at it. And if you get it, then you have the skills. Plus, she and somebody else I've heard say that two color, it's not necessarily, well, it's easier to learn because of the two colors. You can see better what it is you're trying to do, like where you have to pick up the two, because with brioche you do the yarn over, and there are two strands that you treat as one on the next pass and all that. So it's easier to see with the two colors because you know that those two strands together you have to treat as one. But so yeah, that's what I'm doing, you know, in my spare time. Oh, by the way, can you see the gray? It is full on rude right now. This side I'm covering because it's just so much worse. Full on rude. So that's that. That's the yarn. So I've always wanted to do a circle. Well, I've done circle mandalas, but I always wanted like sort of like a dream catcher, and I am gonna do another one or two and add, you know, fringe to it so that it's blowing. But I made two mandalas, and if I remember I'll put what pattern I used, but I used part of the patterns. And I went to the Dollar Tree and I bought a floral wreath. Oh, hang on, I'm caught. So this was a 4-piece wreath, and there's another metal piece to it where you rearrange them, attach the metal piece, and you could do a circular floral motif. But I just separated them and I used this. This one broke on me, so I got to figure out how to reattach it, or I don't think glue would work or whatever. But there were 4 sizes basically, and I'll put in a little video or pictures of my, because I have them hanging out on my tree, and it's been windy, so they've been blowing and all that. So it's a nice little pop of color to see. Cheers me up anyway. So yeah, I'll put that in. What else? So that's that. I have them in a box because I needed to get a box before I can weigh it. But I had shown you that I made octos for an order, and I had to finish, excuse me, I had to finish one more. So that's all done. It's in a box here, all the others, so I can get the proper weight for shipping. But I just made 2 more. This one's going in the pack, and this was just the rest of the yarn. And this got me, along with the mandalas that are outside, got me to finish some what do you call it, Bernat Big Stripe, which is discontinued. It's a pretty nice yarn. I like the feel of it. But it used to be at Michael's. I think Joann's once upon a time carried it. But it used to be made, not Michael's, AC Moore was big on carrying it, and then, you know, it's all gone. But that yarn I think is just discontinued. So I had the rest of a ball that I had caked up that's been sitting there forever, and I finally got to use it up. So that's that. I say that a lot, huh? That's that. Oh well. What else? I've got to pull this out. Pardon me. So, you guys are all familiar with, I hope, Miss Allie of Little Drops of Wonderful. Hi, Allie. Hi, Phoebe. Hi, Lilia. And Dan, too. So, she crochets and knits. She has 3 tutorials out for bags. You know, her dodgy bags of what she does. I think one of them is like at 20,000 views, so a lot of people find that very useful. But she finally wrote out, she made a little, what do you call it, mascot of sorts of her logo, which is, she's Little Drops of Wonderful, and she has a pin that has the, I have it up there. It's too far up there, but I have one up there. But she basically turned it into a little amigurumi, and I got to test it. So her pattern has shows 3 versions of basically if you change the yarn and hook. So there's worsted, DK, and was it fingering? Oh, is it chunky worsted DK? but they're 3 sizes, and just change it. And you can do that with any pattern, especially amigurumi. Change the hook size, change the yarn size, and you're good to go. Especially if you don't want to try to figure out you know, how to make it bigger by changing like stitch counts and all that. Just change the hook size and the yarn and you're good to go. But I did mine in what is that one? Parfait Layers, which is a premier yarn, I think. And then I also did it in some Bernat blanket, so you'll see the difference. Isn't that adorable? I think I did one extra row here, round here. I wasn't paying attention. But there is her little drop. I mean, the face you can do whatever, you know, you could use safety eyes or embroider it on, but I like to embroider it. So this is the Bernat Parfait, and this yarn has, actually, hold on. What did I do with it? Wow, I'm losing my mind. What did I just do with the octos I just had? Isn't it funny, like you have something in your hand and you put it down and like 2 seconds later you can't see it? I literally just had a box of octos and I can't find them. Put it in here? No. Oh, it's up there. Oops, gonna fall. Okay, so the Parfait comes with that. It has some of this, it has some of this speckly, and then it has gray. So these are the colors in the Parfait Layers. So I just pulled out the gray, or it just took just some of the gray section to do this one. And then this is a Bernat blanket, I think. This is the baby. And all that is the baby colors, is why they call it Bernat Blanket Baby. But yeah. So it's out. I think it's very inexpensive. So she is on Ravelry. No, is she on Ravelry? Yeah, she's on Ravelry because I'm linked to there. And her Etsy store. So go check it out. Go check it out. So yeah, you can have your own little droplet. Alright. I think nope, that's not it. So I didn't get to do a video before I posted bags, but I did post on Facebook and on Instagram that, excuse me, I was able to get some bags out, of course, time not permitting me to get as many as I wanted to, and I've decided, you know, that's okay. I think small batch is probably where I'm going to be for a long while because, you know, life. But I have 3 bags left. I think there were 13 posted or so, 13, 14 posted, and there are 3 left. So there's this one left, and it's just a field of blooms and leaves and such with a cotton canvas base and of course the handle. So that's the drawstring. And then it's great. I don't know what it is about it. It's basically dandelion blooms with there was a golden color one, which I'll show you in a second because I made that color, just spoke to me and I made one for myself. But it was just white dandelions on the gold one. This one has pink and white and dark red or dark pink colors on here, and the canvas bottom as well. So that's 2. And then I had some of this, so I just made, there's one zipper bag with just some plain interior and a purple zipper. So 3 bags left. So thank you so very much to everyone who's made a purchase. Everything has shipped. So everything that was ordered has shipped. So as far as bags are concerned, so this was all drawstring, and I do have quite a bit of fabric that I need to use up. So I'm trying in between life to do my next update. I don't know when that will be, but it's going to be primarily zipper bags, so we shall see. And I have one made, but I'm not going to show that just yet. What I did make for myself from what was left of the yellow. Well, I needed to leave some of the yellow because it's just, it was the first fabric when I bought it that I just, so, and this canvas bottom is so small because I was basically using up scraps. I didn't want to cut into what I had left, and all I have left of this canvas is just scraps right now, but like literal scraps and stuff. But I had enough that I was able to make a bottom. Oh, this fabric, this color is just, so this is where all the white dandelions were on here. And then in my junk, I had some cork that I had made some bags last year with. So I just stitched it on this side and on this side, just for some interest. So this is mine. This is mine. And it just has a plain inside with pocket. So yeah. So I wonder if that will fit in here. I still haven't picked out colors for July's setters, but I wonder if it'll fit in here. Probably won't, be too small, but who knows. So yeah, that's mine. So that's it for bags, and like I said, next update, whenever that is, will be primarily zipper bags. Lord, pray I have time. It'll be more like my de-stress time, so we shall see. Alright, this is gonna cut out on me, so I'm gonna stop it before it stops me, and I'll be right back. Okay, so, oh, I just realized, look. This is a stitch marker from this I took off when I was doing photos, and I just clipped it on here. Totally forgot. But this, ignore the seam. I did a absolutely horrible job seaming, and I contemplated taking it out and redoing it, but no, design feature. So yeah, you can see my seams. This one's thicker because of the way I started each row. The double crochet I used was a lot thicker. So anyway, this is the Tulip cardigan. Look at me making wearables, huh? This is by Coffee and Crocheting. She is on Instagram. She is on, I don't know if she has her own site, but she's on Instagram and Ravelry. Now, the this goes way down to my knee. I wanted it, in the pattern it comes like to, you know, mid-hip, so probably around here, but I wanted it, you know, maybe about halfway down my thigh, and I guess I misjudged what I was doing because I did this mostly at night, so it goes down to my knee, but that's okay. And I wish I had gone one size up to get closer, but it'll just be hanging. Oh yeah, and I will show you, probably doesn't show up in this light, but I just trimmed it in a contrasting color just for some interest, because this color is so putty like and basic. So yeah, all right, let me take that off and I will be right back. Okay, so as I was saying, I trimmed it, and I will put in a picture, it will show up better in the picture of the trim. So I used Loops and Threads cream cotton. This I used 4 skeins. Well, this was a 4th skein of it, so like 800 and something, almost 900 yards of it, because I extended it too for my liking. And then for the trim, I don't remember, this is rose, this was called rose something, and this is just like a beigey color, you know. This is Rose Sands, and it's like a peachy rose, whereas this is just basically a light brown color, peachy rose. So I trimmed it in that just to make this a little less putty blah looking. So where is that? Make sure I'm showing the right side. Yep. The seam, it half bothers me, but you know, I don't think if I were to undo it, I don't think I'll have the patience. So yeah, it's quite long, and I would, if I were to do it again, I would definitely shorten it just a bit, but I still would have lengthened it from what she had in the pattern. But yeah, look at that. Second wearable this year. Go me. So speaking of, I got to wear my sweater today, because you know the weather's been fluctuating, like 90s down to like 50s and 60s, and it's just crazy. So this morning it was cool enough in the low to mid 60s that I had to run to the post office, that I was able to wear my sweater out, so my cardigan out. So yay. Definitely need to wash it, because the slip stitch collar and border trim definitely curves up at the end, and I'm hoping once it washes maybe it'll relax it a bit. So yeah, that was awesome. I think that is everything. Yeah, for now. One more, kind of two more. I didn't ask if it was okay to show anything, but I'm doing a pattern test for Miss J Hook Crochet. Hey Reg. So I just started that late last night. I'm not too far into it, but what I did pick up, one of my whips. I started it in 2019. It was a cowl from, is it 2019 or 2018? Probably 2018. But it was the Stash of Shells cowl. I have the paper. And it's basically a, oh, do I have it? Oh, I don't have a picture. Nope, no picture. No, I just printed out directions. So it's a wrap kind of shawl, but it starts off like you're doing a triangular shawl, and then it decreases on one end and only increases on the other, so then it becomes like the wrap. And right now borderline, I'm hating it, because like I'm getting the pattern repeat now. Like when I was doing it before, it was like, oh, the shells, what they were doing was just so not clicking in my head, and now sometimes you just need to let things rest, you know. Oh, better not be dog hair, better be fiber. So I'm hating it borderline because of the colors. When I started it, I had just gotten some clearance yarn at Michael's, and it was patterns, and it was DK. So I'm like, oh, a better way to, you know, get over my dislike of thinner yarns, which DK at the time was considered thinner yarns. But they were clearancing out classic wool and DK. And I don't know if it's just the colors or if they actually got rid of this whole line. I don't think I see this anymore. But then again, I'm not at the stores that much. But I'd gotten like 4 colors in this Autumn Spice color, which is just a blend of all the other colors. So there's purple, brown, what's the red called? I think it's called like, I have no idea. The brown is mocha. Claret. The red is claret. Mocha. Purple is eggplant. So I have each of the solids, and then what was on clearance most was so I have a lot of the Autumn Spice, the multicolor ones. So it's 100% wool, and it's not like your soft wool, it's just wool. So there's the claret. It looks much brighter on screen. Ooh, because it's attached right now. So the whole thing with this stash of shells is to use up your little bits of yarn, and as you go there, I guess you have to weigh it to see how many grams you have, and then it tells you use it until you have so many grams left. Of course, that was just too much work for me, so that wasn't happening. I was just going to use it till I was feeling like stopping or whatever, so which you could do with this. One thing I do find, the brown is so much softer than all the other colors. The brown has drape, and it's, you know, almost soft compared to the others, but the others, you know, variegated yarns and stuff, or some colors, you know how they're stiffer, definitely has that. But the brown is almost supple compared to the rest of them. But the colors are not. If anything, the brown is the one I like the most, and maybe the claret. But so I was trying to use it all up and, you know, change colors where they said to change, you know, whatever bits of yarn you were using. So it's been 3 years since I started this, and it took me a bit to figure out where I was, and I was surprised I was actually able to figure out where I was and to pick it up again. And so basically you end up wearing it more like a scarf, because it's not a very deep, it's not a very wide shawl, so it'll be more like a scarf. But I don't like the feel of it. It's just I don't like the feel of it at all. It's not inviting. Bev, Dittmer Knittery, yes, hi again. She's using this yarn. I think this was one of her recommendations for that cowl she has going on with the felting. Yeah. Oh, by the way, I didn't know you weren't supposed to do that in a, or pour it down your drain, because I felted like years and years ago. I made a couple bags. I had some yellow wool, and they were probably patents too, and I made bags and I felted them, and did it in a washing machine, and I did some in the sink, and it just went down the drain. Didn't know that. But you're showing all the fibers that come off, and that could get clogged in your sink, like hair basically. So you learn something new every day. So yeah, so I am wanting to finish it. I don't want to go too long where it becomes like a super long super scarf, but yeah, I think after this I might put a little variegated and then brown and then finish it off, and I think it'll be long enough, especially after it gets blocked. Yeah, I mean, it's not itchy, scratchy, not too bad, but it's not like cozy, inviting. It's definitely a for warmth kind of thing. So yeah, so I'm actually working on a whip, and I will have ample amount of yarn left, so who knows, I might crochet a bag and then felt it and not let it go down the drain. So that I've been working on for the last couple of nights. Oh yeah, fiber everywhere. All right, let me pause and see if I can quickly open the yarn. I'll be back. Somebody stop me. Wow. Yeah, I went a little crazy. I completely forgot. I've watched people go, oh, this came and I didn't remember ordering it. I remember ordering it, but I didn't remember ordering this much yarn. Bad. Oh, by the way, did I mention Minion 2 started working? He's got a job. Soon he's going to be driving. He's taking lessons with Father Minion, and his driving test is in October. Everything's pushed out, so, but oh no, it's in September. But yeah, he started working. Wendy's, anyone? Yeah, thankfully it's making him not keen on fast food, which is awesome. So but yeah, my babies are not babies anymore. Anyway, where were we? Somebody stop me. Not quite yet though. Or big box, just regular acrylic yarn. I need to pause on that totally, because I got enough. But there are some hand dyers that I want to get, and I actually had stuff in a cart today and I took it out for Naima Bond. I bought her firecracker at midnight, is that what it's called? And it was a special order, and then now she brought it back for a limited time, and she did a little mini, oh, I might still go back and do it. She did a little a mini fade of it that I wanted to get, and it was in the cart and I took it out. And her colors are just they speak to me, because they're just so bright and vibrant and bold, and just But I gotta stop myself because I've got so much yarn I'm looking at up there that I haven't touched. So no, somebody stop me. Say stop. Anyway, what did I get? I bought a whole bunch of, why, I don't know. Why? I must have had something in mind. I don't know why. I had something in mind, I just can't remember what. But I bought more of the Brava worsted, the speckle. Wow. 3 of the cherry speckle. Man. 3 of the rosebud speckle. Remember, they're very similar. The rosebud has more pink hues and the cherry is more red, darker colors to it. But these two look very similar. Cherry and rosebud. They mislabel that? I need to see it in daylight, but it looks very similar. That's what I get for ordering stuff I don't need. Right. I had a reason. I had to have had a reason for the colors I bought. Maybe I was still like in that baby blanket mode, but what was I thinking? Cotton candy. It's like a light salmon color and the pink hues. Oi, oi, oi. 2 of the blush. Is that blush? Yep. 2 of the blush. I had to have a reason. Help me remember. Oh, holy cow. Custard. 1. Caution. Ooh, I like that. Not showing up true. It's more like a pumpkin-y color. Yeah, no. Ooh. Oh, what is that one? Canary. So these 3, I think I pulled from the peachy speckle. Oh, just peachy speckle. And there are 3 of those. Wow. Please tell me I had a reason. Please tell me I had a reason. Wow. I didn't get these last time. Snow Day speckle. Blues. I don't know what I was thinking. Oh. I really don't know what I was thinking. Red? Why do I not remember getting red? Red and rouge. Those are to go with the cherry speckle. Just trying to mix it up. And then, what is this? Clarity, which is a very light pale blue. And Celestial. That must go with the blue speckle. Oh my gosh. And then, oh, it's all untwisted. I got some Muse Aran Weight. What was I thinking? In no color? Spontaneous Speckle. It looked really nice in the swatch on screen. And then to go with it, I got Honor Tonal, which is like blacks, grays. It's probably charcoal gray, but it's really dark. So, and there's specks of that in here, so I bought them to go together. What am I making with them? God only knows. And then I wanted to add some mohair. I wonder if I can try 2-color brioche with those. Oh. But I bought some Aloft lace weight in silver. Man, I must have been having a moment. 72% Super Kid mohair, 28% silk. Yeah. Wow. Must have been a, it's not all that soft either. It's 100% superwash merino. Yeah, that one came completely undone. So, anybody remember what I was trying to do? Because I don't. Can't believe I bought all that acrylic again when I shouldn't have. I didn't want to. Okay, didn't want to, but I had a reason. The order I bought them, I had to have had a reason. So, I'll remember. I'll remember. Oh. I don't know. It's the colors. I don't remember now, but I'll remember later. So yeah, and there's DK coming. I think all the DK I bought was not acrylic. So, on that lovely note, it's going to take me forever to piece all these together. I am going to put all that back in the box, put the box off, shove it off to the side somewhere, and go start editing, or at least getting it off the camera. So it's nice talking to you guys. Next time, I don't know when. I'm gonna aim for ambitiously a week, 2 weeks probably. So thank you for joining me. If it's morning, afternoon, evening, hi, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, good whenever. Thank you. I will talk to you guys later while I, oh, this yarn, why? Okay, we'll figure it out. If I decide to do craft fairs, I have yarn, right? All right, I said that already. I'm gonna go. Bye guys.